Hello to everybody. I'm Fabrizio Cardinali from NoHedge and MYWAI, and I'm presenting the MYWAI for Robotics project for Trinity. The project will be presented in a video in 4 points. First of all, we will explain what are the robots as a service. Secondly, which is the service platform that we are developing for equipment as a service, specifically applied to robots. And then the demonstration scenario that we developed for the Trinity call dedicated to Studio, which is a company in Italy dedicated to automotive parts production. And finally, we'll give you links to additional information. The consortium which has developed this application is led by NoHedge with subcontracting company Zenatech in Genoa and with the collaboration of the University of Genoa Debris Robotics Department. As a result, NoHedge and Zenatech are collaborating also in a new co-foundation which is named MYWAI, which is established in this wonderful location in Sesti Levante between Portofino and Cinque Terre in Italy with its new innovation labs where you are all invited to. So first of all, MYWAI for robotics is about servitization, which is a quite odd term, which is now quite popular in the manufacturing industry, but which is around from several years since Mr. Ford invented the production line for Model T. He actually didn't want to produce a car as a standalone product, but as a service to sell equipments and additional gadgets on the chassis of the car and to enroll users into a continuous recurring basis to the product itself. That was quite a dream in the early days of manufacturing, but is now becoming quite a reality in the new circular economy of products as a service, where the idea is to convert the industry from producing one-off products bought once by the end users into something which is a recurring subscription to aftermarket services up to the disposal of the product at the end of its lifetime. This is obviously addressing any sorts of machinery, especially high-tech machinery, and specifically in MYWAI, we are very active on both biomedical machinery and robotics machinery. To do this, we are developing a platform which uses both time series and images coming from these products, and eventually monitoring them on a continuous basis by using sensors, external or internal sensors, and edge computing. So the monitoring part is the most relevant part, but then we need to transmit the data to the cloud, eventually store all the time series and images coming from these equipments, analyze them, eventually give feedback either for maintenance or for other purposes to the end user. And obviously we're also addressing the integration of distributed ledger technologies to certify the data if any anomaly occurs. And since we need to actually integrate this in the real world, we are also doing a layer named Magic for integrating MYWAI into existing industrial ecosystems based on standards, open standards like OPC United Architecture, which is a very well-established standard in industry. The platform that we are developing has got a database management system for image and time series, and then there's an MLOPS, so a machine learning operation stack for creating the pipeline of algorithms, the labeling of smart data, and the workflow of approval of such data to actually then deploy AI directly at the edge near the equipment itself, and having the possibility of developing additional services beyond service tech, also with insurance and fintech, pay-per-use or assure-as-you-go services on top of the servicing ones. The demonstrator that we have set up is actually using external ESO sensors to detect robotics machinery joint failures using chip-based artificial neural networks on edge computing, and using our radial-based function and dynamic time warping to detect anomalies on the movement of robots using such sensors. The workflow is actually transmitting information from the sensors to the platform, detecting anomalies and alerting maintainers using SCADA infrastructure. The demonstrator that we have developed was developed for a leading automotive industry producer, Series Studio in Italy, which produces and paints small parts internal to a lot of automotive brands. And the scenario here you can see some scenarios about the real world production site Series Studio and some emulations that we did in the labs with the MYWAI for robotics setup. In this scenario, spare parts are painted by robotic arms. They are reviewed by and this is where things were recreated in the lab with the MYWAI and Xenotech team to detect faults and anomalies on the arm equipped with external exoskeleton sensors, and detection of anomalies was done using radial-based function and dynamic time warping and reported to the maintainer from Series Studio, which was alerted when something went wrong.
Esatto, riesco a fare ripetibilità quello standard migliorate a un centesimo.
Allora, questa è la velocità del 5%.
Sì, anche un pelo più piano potrebbe essere.
You can get more information about this project at the Trinity catalog that you can access by pointing to the QR code on screen, or about the MYWAI Equipment as a Service platform by visiting www.miw.ai. That's all. And we are welcome you to visit us in our research center in Levante, Italy, to see more about the project and its addendum post-project. Bye.